Very good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to start with Module 3, which is Operational Amplifiers and Applications. So, the topics what you are going to learn in this particular module is Introduction to Operational Amplifiers, Operational Amplifier Input Modes, Operational Amplifier Parameters, Inverting and Non-Inverting Amplifier, and Applications of Operational Amplifier as Adder, Voltage Follower, Integrator, Differentiator, and Comparator. So let us define what is an operational amplifier. An operational amplifier, or we can name it as shortly as op-amp also. It is fundamentally a voltage following amplifier device designed to be used with external feedback components such as resistors, capacitors in between the input and output terminals. So this op-amp, it is the most important and versatile analog IC. It is a direct coupled multi-stage voltage amplifier with a high gain, and it has got two input terminals. One is inverting input V1 and non-inverting input terminal V2, and you have an output terminal V out, and it requires two power supplies plus VCC and minus VEE. So below we have shown with a symbol of operational amplifier with two input terminals. One is inverting input terminal, the other one is non-inverting input terminal, and the output terminal along with the power supplies VCC and VEE. In the right hand side we have shown the internal circuit diagram of a operational amplifier. So here you can find what is the inverting input terminals and what is the input resistance of the op-amp. So usually the input resistance of an op-amp, it is represented as Ri, and it will be very high. So this resistance will be available in between the two input terminals. And in the output part we have output resistance, which is represented as R0, and which will be very less. Almost for an ideal op-amp it will be 0. And if you see the gain of the amplifier, it is represented by A. So the output will be V0 will be equal to the gain of the amplifier multiplied by the difference in the input voltages. So V0 will be equal to the gain A into the difference between V1 and V2. So this represents the circuit model of an op-amp. So let us see the pin configuration of an 741 operational amplifier. So IC integrated circuit 741, it is the most popular IC version of op-amp. So usually the op-amp, it is represented in the form of an IC 741, and it is an 8-pin IC as shown below. So it has got 8 pins. The first pin, it is the offset null, second inverting input terminal, third pin non-inverting input terminal, and fourth is the supply minus VEE, and 5 it is offset null, 6 you will be getting the output of the op-amp, 7 it is power supply plus VCC, and 8 there is no connection. So this represents the pin configuration of an operational amplifier IC 741. So let us study what is the internal architecture of an op-amp. So as we have seen in the symbol, it has got two input terminals, inverting input terminal and non-inverting input terminal, and at the end of the op-amp you will be having the output terminal V0. So in between the op-amp input and the output we have an architecture which is defined with this following blocks. So the first block, it is a differential amplifier block, which consists of either two BJT or MOSFET amplifiers connected in opposition so as to amplify the difference between the input signals. So here you will be using a transistor or a MOSFET amplifiers in order to amplify the difference between the two input data given in the input terminal. And as we know, it has got very high input impedance. And second stage, it is a high gain amplifier, which is another differential amplifier which provides additionally the voltage gain. And practically it is not a single amplifier, but it is a chain of cascaded amplifiers called multi-stage amplifiers. So the third stage, it is a buffer and it is a level shifter. So the buffer is basically a emitter follower used for matching the load. If the output is non-zero for zero input, the level shifter makes it to zero. And the final stage, it is a driver, which is a power amplifier which increases the output voltage and keeps the output voltage symmetrical with respect to the ground. So this is the architecture of any operational amplifier. So let us understand what are the advantages and applications of operational amplifiers. So if you see the advantages, it has got low cost, small size, versatility, and it is flexible, and it is dependability. So these are the various advantages of using the operational amplifier in amplifying a input signal. So let us study what are the applications of the operational amplifier. So operational amplifier, it has become an integral part of almost all electronic circuit which uses linear integrated circuits. And basically it is used in analog signal processing and analog filtering. They are also used to perform mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, integration, and differentiation. Even by the name itself, we can identify it is going to perform the mathematical operations, that is operational amplifier. So it is going to perform these operations, and parallelly it will amplify the input signal also. And these operational amplifiers are used in the field of process control, communications, computers, power, signal sources, displays, and also in measuring systems. And they are used in various linear applications like voltage follower, differential amplifier, inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier, etc. And also in non-linear applications like precision rectifiers, comparators, clampers, Schmitt trigger, etc. So these are the various applications of the op-amp. So let us study what are the input modes of an operational amplifier. Any op-amp, it is basically a differential amplifier or a difference amplifier which amplifies the difference between the two input signals fed at the inverting and non-inverting input terminal. So it will amplify the difference between the input signals, and it will be proportional to the voltage fed across the two input terminals. So the output voltage can be written as V0. It is directly proportional to the difference in the two input voltages. So V0 is proportional to V2 minus V1. And you can operate the operational amplifier in two different modes. One is the differential mode and other one is the common mode. So differential mode, in the differential mode, an op-amp amplifies the difference between the two input signals. So the input voltage will be Vd is equal to V2 minus V1. That way you can write the output voltage as V0 as the gain multiplied by the difference in the input voltages. So the gain is represented by Ad for the differential mode. So the output voltage V0 is equal to the gain Ad multiplied by V2 minus V1. As I told, V0 is the differential gain and it is given by V0 by Vd. And the differential gain is also called as open loop voltage gain. So this is about the differential mode. So when we are coming for the common mode, any one of the input will be given, the other one will be usually grounded. Then we can say it is operating in the common mode. Suppose if we apply two input voltages which are equal, that is V1 is equal to V2, then ideally the output has to be 0. But practically the output voltage not only depends on the difference voltage, but also it depends on the average common level of the two inputs. So such a common mode signal we can represent as Vc is equal to V1 plus V2 divided by 2. That is average of V1 and V2 will take it. And if you see the output voltage of the common mode gain, it is represented as AC. And the output voltage is given as V0 is equal to the gain which is in common mode multiplied by Vc. Vc is nothing but the average of the two input signals fed at the inverting and non-inverting terminal of the op-amp. So these are the two operating modes of operational amplifier, that is the differential mode and the common mode.